This video is brought to you by Megalopolis City of Collectibles.
It's Morphin time!
Don't forget to head over to megalopolis.toys for all of your more phenomenal Power Rangers action figure needs, including things like the Power Rangers Lightning Collection from Hasbro. Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Black Ranger. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Lightning Collection window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see a really cool image of the character. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger. We finally have the standard Black Ranger in the Lightning Collection, and I couldn't be happier as I love this Ranger. He's one of my all-time favorites. And Zach was just a cool guy, man. He's the originator of hip-hop keto. I love this. Fun fact, I actually met him, the real Zach, in person one night when I was a bouncer at a club, and we used to have salsa nights at those clubs, and he is actually well known for being an actual really good dancer, and lo and behold, he came into my club. He was a friend of our promoter, and sure enough, I saw him, and him and I talked and hung out for a good while that night, and it was really cool hanging out with an actual Power Ranger, one who I grew up and loved as a child, and here I am hanging out with him, so it was pretty cool. So he does have a special place in my heart, as I absolutely love this look. This helmet has always been one of my favorite helmets. I think that black Mastodon helmet is so cool, man. How you have like the snout coming down like the middle like that with the gold eyes, and then the tusks just coming up inside of the helmet. I think that's so cool. It is definitely one of my favorite helmets in all of Power Rangers. I think it just looks rad. And again, it's a simple Mighty Morphin suit we've seen before, just this time done in black. The Morpher looks really good right here. I love you actually see the Mastodon coin. I love that they're doing that with all the Mighty Morphin figures. You can actually see the sculpted coin, and it's not just a flat yellow or gold surface, but you actually see the actual, dinosaur that they're based on. So I think that's really cool too. So I love that. Very nice looking paint all through and through. So really happy to have this. Now, we do have the armored version here that we've gotten before. So it's pretty much the exact same figure. Obviously, this first version has the gold armor. I'm not sure why they released this version first, but is what it is. But obviously, I know a lot of people were taking this one and just like taking off this armor because it's pretty easy to remove, and then just like painting black over these to give us a regular black Power Ranger here. I'm not sure why people did that. I know it's hard to wait sometimes for the actual official release, but I get it in that aspect. But I was always just patient. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait for the standard release, and sure enough, we finally got him looking really cool. So again, the only thing really missing is gonna be those armbands, but the figure itself is the exact same. Paint looks really, really good, all really nice. And I kind of want to take off this armor and put it on this one without the bands just to see how it looks, but still very cool. Absolutely love having these side by side. And I always thought this, man, dude, the Black Ranger with this gold armor, I always thought was so cool. He only wore it for a short while, and I think like one episode, which was always really interesting to me because I think it works for him for some reason. I think it looks really, actually like it a little bit better on him than I do the Green Ranger. So hot take. I know some people are going to hate me, but still, yeah, man, I love this. Super happy to have both of these guys in the collection. I've not really seen any paint differences here. Again, it's really just the armor that's going to be the difference, but still very, very cool. Okay, so let's talk his accessories now, because he actually comes with a decent amount for here. So we get his blaster right here that you get holstered on the side. That comes in the blaster form as gun mode or, blaster mode, whatever you want to call it. I know, like a lot of people, I wish they would just include the regular, it's actually called like a stick mode, where it's just his holstered mode. You can put it in like that instead of having it in gun mode, excuse me. So and they have the mold for that because we got that with the 2-pack before. So I'm not sure why they don't just include that. You know what I mean? So I wish they would do that. But for this one, we actually got it in the knife motor, or saber mode, whatever you want to call it, with the full extension of the blade. So I think that's pretty cool. And you can holster it like this if you want to do that, if you don't want to have it in gun mode. But again, it would have been cool to have it in stick mode, which is basically like this without the blade, to holster it. And again, they have the mold. I just hope I wish they would include it like this. Now again, my fear that I've said before is that I hope they don't re-release this whole team with a 5-pack with all the proper accessories for all the characters, and include the stick mode with all of those. So, you know, if you already purchased these, then you have to repurchase them to get those other accessories, which would be ridiculous. And I can see that happening. I wish it wouldn't, but still, man, this is the kind of things that collectors like me really enjoy, if they have certain things like that in certain little modes for holstering. And it's a minor thing, I know that, but still, I really wish they would do that. But still, this is really, really nice. We got interchangeable hands. We do got gripping hands for each hand, like so. And then we also do got closed-fisted hands for each side, which work very nice. We, of course, get his power axe, which is really cool, so I love that. You got the Mastodon symbol up there, looking really cool. I love how this can actually move up and down like that, so go into the different modes. So if you want like his axe mode, so you can just wheel it around like an axe, you do it like that, or pull it up like that to have it in the blaster mode. That's really cool too. And we also do get this awesome effect piece, which I think looks great. Really nice looking, like deep pink, like with this almost like a deep fuchsia with a glitter effect in there. I think it looks awesome. And this can plug into the barrel like that, so you have a really cool blast effect. So I think that looks awesome. Now, I think the big thing with this to get excited about for those who've been collecting all the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger characters for this line, if you missed out on that Comic-Con 2-pack of the Mighty Morphin Red and Zeo Gold, it came with the whole combined weapons of the Power Cannon, whatever you want to call it. I think it was called Power Cannon, with all the weapons combined. Now with this axe, if you missed out on that first version, you finally have all the weapons to do so. So you can get the sword here, put that on like so, I think like that. Well, I think the bow was actually supposed to fit in first, because the bow goes in right here like there, and the sword can go on top like that. So that's really cool too. Then I believe it's the lance goes in first, right? The lance ones go in there like that. So if I'm doing this completely wrong, please let me know, because I don't want to feel like an idiot. But then this one goes on like so. So that's really cool. And then we get the size. I believe the size go on the outside like that, right there. And then we'll get another one on this side like so. And there you go. Now you have the combined power cannon weapon, which is something we've all thought was really cool. They even made a roleplay version of that for kids back in the day. I think this is super awesome, man. Now you could do that whole iconic pose where they're all posed with a giant cannon like this. They're all posed and lined up and firing it off at the big baddie that they're fighting that week. Super cool, man. A ton of fun. So I love that. Now the final accessory we do get is we get an unhelmeted head sculpt, which honestly, not that great. I don't think that looks like him at all, honestly. Maybe to you it does, but to me it just does not. It's not all that great. I love the fact that they went with his hairstyle like later on in the show, which I think is really cool. Now I have the one right here. This is the one that came with the armored version. So you can see they kind of look like they might be the same sculpt. I'm not really sure. This one might be a little bit different. But now it's pretty cool that we have one with his older hairstyle from when this show started to this newer one right here, when it actually did get a little lighter. He had like highlights or something like that, used some sun in or whatever it was to make his hair a little lighter. He has the earring in there, so that's really cool too, so I love that. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool getting both versions of this character, like seeing his evolution of his look, so that's actually pretty nice. So you can pop this off like so, and then you can go ahead and pop on that new one. That's very, very tight. These new unhelmeted head sculpts are always super tight on the figures at first, so you got to loosen them up a bit. So that's really cool. You can pop this off, or if you wanted to put it on that first version to make him look like the more younger version, have that on there, you could do that too. And again, man, that does, in my opinion, it doesn't really look like him, so it is what it is. But it's pretty cool that we have the options to do so. But I still think that's really, really nice. Okay, all the accessories out the way, let's run down his articulation. Basic articulation for your average Mighty Morphin figure from this line. Heads on a ball joint, rolls around a little bit, rotates left and right, up and down with that disc hinge. Arms go full 360, up and out, butterfly joint, rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist, ball peg in midsection as well as an ab crunch, so that rolls around, crunches back and forth like so, pivot side to side, and turns left and right. Hip joints that kick forward that far, back not so much, splits all the way out, rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot, ankles go up, down, and a really nice ankle rocker. So overall, I'm very happy to have this. Mighty Morphin, for a lot of us, was our first Ranger team. It was the first US Ranger team. So this holds a special place for a lot of us. I get it. I think he's awesome. Definitely one of my all-time favorite Rangers. So we had to have him in this collection. He's really fun and a definite must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a Lightning Collection Armored Black Ranger. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to the other 4 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger figures from the Lightning Collection. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger. Now overall, I think this is another cool figure from the Lightning Collection, as we absolutely needed this figure to round out our Mighty Morphin team. And like a lot of you, I'm sure Mighty Morphin was the first Power Ranger team you ever saw. And I absolutely love these guys. Zack is one of my all-time favorite characters, and definitely one of my favorite looks. I absolutely love the Mastodon helmet. I just think it looks really rad. They gave us a really good amount of accessories with the interchangeable hands, the axe, the effect piece, and even the blaster turning into a knife. I think that's really cool. So overall, if you love the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like I do, then this figure is definitely a must-get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I. May the power protect you, always.